Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast. In this video, we're going to be talking about this major incoming cold front that will be allowing as well a minor snowstorm for portions up the Midwest. But this cold front, due to it being very long lasting, it could support another snowstorm later next week, which I am looking out for, as a couple of global models and not hurricane models and computer models are actually picking up on that. But we're going to be talking about these very large, long-lasting cold front ahead that can bring in winter temperatures. I'm actually going to be seeing low overnight lows up in the lower 40s, and it's going to be very cold. It's going to be struggling to get past the 60s for highs. It's going to be quite cold for millions from the Pacific Northwest all the way up to the Southeast from now portions of the late October region, especially in the Midwest. They're going to be seeing extremely frigid temperatures right there. Talking about the cold temperatures and also this snowstorm that's going to be happening very soon. But without further ado, let's get into this video. So here's looking now at the National Weather Service, and as you do see, we have millions under freeze warnings and frost advisories all the way from the northern Mississippi area all the way up into Lake Huron into the Hudson area. So it's going to be quite widespread, this really cold temperatures, but it's also going to be really, really windy here. It's actually quite windy here already. So that's going to help make those cooler temperatures already, making it very cold. But we have those freeze warnings in those dark blue counties from the coast of Lake Erie, portions of the Ohio River there, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, all the way down up to the all the way up to the North Carolina border with Georgia. And then we have frost advisories for the areas of Tennessee, the Carolina area, Alabama, Mississippi, all the way up into Michigan, Pennsylvania, and New York, and that light blue area. But as well, we're going to be talking about also the snowstorm, not just that cold front, because the cold front and snowstorm are going to be dependent on each other. So as you see, we got winter weather advisories for northern Minnesota, the upper state area of North Dakota, and scattered areas of Montana, from the border of North Dakota to the areas of Wyoming as well. And we also have high wind warnings and also wind advisories. So it's going to be very, very windy. So that light snow showers can really turn conditions upside down. So it's going to be really diminishing in the next coming days. In the next coming hours. Diminishing very rapidly as that wind is starting to pick up in those general areas. Also, not just going to be windy in those areas. Also, we have wind advisory for the Midwest, and that's going to create those really cold temperatures right there to be even colder with the wind chill. But now let's go and check it now. Look at the 6 to 10 day outlook and 8 to 14 day outlook for temperatures. So here is the 6 to 10 day outlook, and as you do see, here is that very large cold front. You can just see it is dipping all the way down to areas of the south central there, but it's dipping it right in the center of the United States there. We actually have a 90 to 100% chance for below average temperatures. You can't see it because it's so dark, that blue. It's right here. There is a 90 to 100% chance for below average temperatures inside that yellow thing. It's really, really hard to see. I don't know why they had to choose the getting so dark, because you can't really see what really layer you're in. But generally, if you're in this general area right here, it's going to be very, very cold for the next week or so. But if you're in this general area as well, you're going to be very cold for the next 2 to 3 days. But this is 6 to 10 day outlook, so does not have the forecast for below average, because this is after the cold front arrived in the southeast. But it's going to hit right into the center of the United States here. This is going to make really warm conditions for the southern United States and also the eastern United States. So the west will get a little bit of a break. When I mean west, I mean northwest there. Obviously, California, portions of the southwest aren't getting a relief. Well, they are, but they're still going to be seeing above average temperatures. They're going to cool off a good bit, but still going to be seeing above average temperatures, which we know their average is warm enough. But in the Pacific Northwest and the Western Rockies, going to start seeing below average temperatures from the Rockies there all the way up to the Sierra. It's going to be slightly below average temperatures to moderately below average temperatures. But obviously the Midwest, going to start seeing single digits here. Going to be seeing negative digits, I believe, for the Rocky Mountains. It's going to be quite crazy. And this is the 8 to 14 day outlook. This is October 24th to October 30th. Like I said, it's going to be very long lasting. It's still gonna be here, and we still have a 90 to 100% chance for below average temperatures, and that's gonna be for the Minnesota area, North Dakota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. As you see, I mean, this cold front is still very well large, and it's still living. I mean, it's going to be affecting areas, I mean, from now on all the way up to October 30th, even beyond. So it is going to be quite the long-lasting cold front, let's just say that. I mean, that is a long time. So we're going to be seeing well below average temperatures for much of the Midwest for the next 2 weeks or more. So enjoy that little winter right there. But for the other hand, those other areas for the East and West Coast going to be seeing very, well, I wouldn't say very warm, but going to be seeing warmer temperatures. Let's just say that. So that's going to be for the East Coast right there. And then for the West Coast right here. And that's going to be because that ridge is going to be in place for the center United States. So that's gonna mean it's gonna leave any areas outside of that ridge, which will be obviously the west and the east. So the ridge isn't like this anymore. So it won't just be this and this. So that's just that pattern change that I've been saying about a week previous or more from this. That's gonna be a pattern change, and this is the pattern change you see here. So you see well below average temperatures for the central United States and northern United States for the next 2 weeks or more. So here is a look now at the 2 temperature anomaly, the new 18Z, which is actually not even close to being fully reloaded yet. Good thing is this cold front is arriving now. But as you do see, I mean, it's there. It's definitely very low here, but it is a large cold front. I mean, look at this. It's way still in Canada still. This is the cold front. It's very large, but already bring impact, like I said, if you're in the southeast and here's the Ohio Valley. Going to be very cold for the next 2 to 3 days. But after this, next week, it will be quite a warm up there. But enjoy those cold temperatures. But here it is, the main part of the cold front. I mean, this is still not even close to being done yet. It's all the way still back in Canada. I mean, this is a very long-lasting cold front, like I said. Very large and long-lasting. But as you do see, there it is. Very cold in the next coming days here. And this is going to really help support that snowstorm to survive in early October. I'm going to be seeing very cold temperatures up to some single digits there. This can obviously be very long lasting. There it is. And there's the last part of it. Here's the last part. I mean, this is still the same cold front. It's just the same one. I mean, you see, look, it hasn't died. It's just all the way back there. It's actually finally coming back to the end. But it's going to create a very big warm front for much of the United States until this cold front does arrive back into the northern United States. That will have back that pattern switch which we're going to be seeing next week. So obviously we're talking about how this affects the cold front. Obviously, like I said, very windy conditions for the Midwest areas and very windy for the Rockies. So that's going to really potentially make conditions a lot worse than they should be for the Rockies with that snowstorm. Obviously, snow will be very light, but that will change with the winds. There's that snow from Saturday up in the areas of the upper Great Lakes, including Duluth, up there near Marquette, and then obviously the other side of the snowstorm staying in the Rockies. Not going to be seeing too much snowfall though. And like I said, I mean, it's going to support more snowstorms. Like you see maybe from Minneapolis, Madison, Green Bay. I mean, like I'm saying, this cold front's so long lasting, it's going to help support a lot more snowstorms. But let's check out the totals here once the snow's over. Let's check out the snowfall totals. As you see, it's going to remain very low. I mean, only going to be seeing around 1 foot to 2 feet maximum, and that's going to be obviously in the Yellowstone area. But after that, maybe 2 to maybe 3 inches maximum for portions of the Midwest there. I mean, obviously Minnesota, so obviously Montana and Wyoming, we see the most amount of snow. And then once it gets to the Midwest, it's going to be very chill, very relaxed. Wind will calm down, so should it see bad conditions or anything, it's going to be really a minimal snowstorm, very minor, not going to be major whatsoever. 2 to 4 inches, that's really going to be it. And last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at the real-time temperatures really quickly. These are the overnight lows for tonight. As you see, we're just seeing below freezing temperatures all the way up to the Northeast, 30s up in Georgia, and then there it is, the big cold front. There you see those temperatures. Look at that. We're seeing 40s, guys, in the Gulf Coast. That is very shocking, though. And for October, those 40s arriving in the Gulf Coast, that is very shocking. So let's tell you how this cold front's really strong. It is going to really bring those winter temperatures quite early. Now you see below freezing temperatures, especially up there in the Montana area. But good thing is the snowstorm's going to be really at its worst tomorrow. And that, look at tomorrow. What do you know? Those are the coldest temperatures. You got 14 degrees, 10 degrees, 11 degrees, 9 degrees up in northeastern Montana. Those upper to low 20s for portions of the Midwest. And then once the snowstorm actually moves, obviously in Canada, we still see those overnight lows and up in the 20s for Canada there. But look at this, still going to see those teens arriving there still for the Midwest. Like I said, it's going to be a very long-lasting cold front. There's that second large wave of the same cold front. Obviously, same cold front, but just a second wave. It's the second wave of the same cold front. That's going to bring those really cold temperatures, though, like 9 degrees, 13 degrees up there in British Columbia. That's going to be heading for those same areas as you see. And that can very well make another similar snow track that can very well bring those cold temperatures, and that's going to allow those cold fronts, or that's going to allow those snowstorms to continue. So could very well see a very active area right here. If you're in this circle right here, you're going to be potentially very active for snow this month and the remaining of the month. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye guys.